if you were to look at your life, right now, and you heard the phrase, you're chasing an unattainable fantasy, would you believe that they were talking about the magical world or your mundane experience? Which would you go to, right? You're chasing an unattainable fantasy. What reality are they talking about to you? Do you see? Do you think they're talking about what if the unattainable fantasy is the mundane world that you've been trying to survive in? That you've been convinced that that is reality, and you exploring something that is within your nature is like woo-woo nonsense, right? Which is your reality? What is the unattainable fantasy? Because if you were to look at this choice logically, does it make sense that you will ever be happy in this reality that you've been presented as truth, right? So why are you investing in that? Reality is not as fixed as you have been made to believe. It is very easily influenced, and that's why you're in such a chokehold. That's why. Because you believing in the power of your nature is destabilizing to this fictional reality that you've been made to play in. So that's why we're rejected so hard and why our nature is so demonized. Because when we are witnessed living authentically and how happy and free we actually are, it destabilizes the other perspective because it only stays when everyone agrees. So now's a real good time for you to, what is real? What is real? Which one is the like magical thinking? And who told you that? Where'd you get that from? Ooh, Heather, good point. Heather says maybe the usual channels for validation aren't reliable anymore. You don't trust them anymore because you see the cracks, right? So this is something that you have to construct your own reality about this because it's not reliable, and you feel that. And the energy of what we're manifesting this year, it needs all of your attention in order for it to be sustainable. And that requires like you to fully commit, like shit or get off the pot, like do something. And yeah. Did I just tell the internet to shit or get off the pot? Yes, I did. I sure did. I feel like this might potentially be the year for me to be kind of like poking y'all a little bit harder, because sometimes when you're afraid to do something, you just need someone to be like, here, hold my hand. You lead the way, but I'm right here with you. And that's an important thing for this year. We can absolutely do baby steps. But this is that part of getting out of your comfort zone also means this kind of stuff. Out of your comfort zone, thinking for yourself. uh, Turning to your inner knowing before getting the opinions of others. Like that is outside of your comfort zone. That's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of bravery that is required for world building, which is what we are doing because we are experiencing the downfall of our current stuff. And so this is the perfect time for you to be world building within. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that is all. I think that's all. So let's close out this working. I think that the next thing, I think I'm reading the Grimoire on Wednesday. Yes, I am. So if you want to hang out, come on Wednesday to the Grimoire reading. If you're like, oh, that sounds awesome. It is awesome because the Unbound are there as well, and they're able to share their lived experience of what we are talking about in the Grimoire, the concepts that we're talking about or practices that we're talking about. And so you get the perspective of many different witches. And it's a lot of fun. It's really great. And it's free and open to the public. But to access it, you have to go on a little journey and type in community.brightanddark.org and come into our app space, our community app space, where we have systems of mutual aid, we have ways of exchanging information, we have educational materials, we have social groups, we have all kinds of stuff in there to support you, but you're able to go to the events tab and see all of the things that you're able to participate in. And yeah, and the ritual rave is next Sunday. And if you're like, oh my God, ritual rave, that sounds amazing. It is amazing. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. A bunch of witches getting together to embody their manifestation practice, dance together to raise energy for our collective workings for the month. Yeah, we have an awesome coven. I know. It's pretty great.